What's a free service that most people don't know about? MIT OpenCourseWare. Literally all the materials for a bunch of MIT courses all for free. I moved into a town of and LT, 10k people, and emailed their Chamber of Commerce to ask if there's anything I should check out as a new person. They got my address and sent the welcome wagon. Her name was Barb and she gave us some local information, explained about town-run events and how the garbage schedule works here. Then she told us about different businesses in town and gave us welcome gifts from a bunch of them. Things like a coupon for a free large pizza, and free oil changes and such. If you move to a new place, get in touch with the locals. In Florida, if you dial FHP, the Florida Highway Patrol will come and jump your car, fix your flat tire, tow you, bring you gas, etc. for free. You don't need AAA. What? That's amazing. For everything I've heard about Florida that's super smart and logical. EDX offers free courses that you can take, but if you want a certificate of completion you have to pay $80. Granted, it's still cheaper than a college course anywhere. Salesforce has free job training on their website to become qualified for a good paying job. The US government website has free career services. In the US, the Cooperative Extension Service, free answers to questions about gardening, farming, and other home-related topics. I believe every county has an office. Many offer course and workshops. Pluto TV. It's basically live TV with a guide and a traditional cable TV layout, but the programming isn't actually live and contains episodes/clips from earlier. For the price of $0. Oh, it's not bad. If you live in California and are having some car trouble on the freeway, call 511 and say motorist aid. It is a free state-funded service to help motorists with the ability to change flat tires, jump-starting cars, refilling radiators and taping leaky hoses, providing up to a gallon of fuel, and towing disabled vehicles to designated safe locations off the freeway. I had a flat on the 405 and was unaware of the service until a 511 tow truck came and changed my tire and went on his way. UPS stores will accept your Comcast remote, router and DVR box when you cancel service. They return it to Comcast with no charge to you. They will also provide a tracking number so you know it was returned. I've used it twice. So convenient. They also do Amazon returns and all you have to do is walk in, hand them the item and the label, and they scan it and you get your refund pretty much immediately. Then they box and ship it for you. Super convenient. Real VNC. Remotely control your computer from your phone. Saved my butt many times when I forgot a really important file at home and used my phone to email it to myself. If the dreaded check engine light in your car turns on, you can bring it at any AutoZone store for a free diagnostic check. I drive an old car and have saved a lot of money this way. Libby, it's a digital library, so you just need a library card and then you can access thousands of ebooks and audiobooks for free. They can be downloaded for offline use too. If you need to ship a package, you can go to the USPS website and get up to 750 shipping labels at a time, free of charge. You can also get a lot of different sized boxes delivered directly to your house free of charge. Picked up 20 boxes from them last week. Video game borrowing from the public library. When I was a kid, my library had an SNES for borrowing. You could sign out for a week. I would borrow, then return. My brother would sign out 5 minutes later. Rinse and repeat. Project Gutenberg, ebooks galore. Game icons. Net, perfect if you're making a board game. Pixabay and a jillion other public domain sites. STD notification. If you find out you have an STD and want to notify a previous sexual partner anonymously that they should get checked, there's a phone messaging service you can arrange to have them notify them for you. What a terrible text that would be to receive. Edit, my first reward on Reddit, thanks so much. How do you know it was me? It was supposed to be anonymous. Hash, you're the only one I've slept with, idiot. The Library of Congress. Not free, your taxes pay for it, but free to use. The librarians there are world class and have gotten research materials from other countries for me. These librarians are next fucking level. Early intervention. If you have a newborn/infant/toddler and you are concerned about their development, please call. It's totally free and the people are as nice as can be. Your child always deserves the best, and this is one way to ensure they get the developmental assistance they need, if needed. And even if the services aren't needed, it doesn't hurt just to make sure. Blender. It is a 3D art and animation software that has really nice rendering and sculpting tools. The only catch is that you need a computer with a half-decent graphics card to use the latest version, OpenGL3 or higher. Even if you don't have a graphics card of that quality, you can still download previous versions of the app. Most opticals will clean/adjust/do screws repairs on your glasses for free, but make sure to ask first. Kohl's is now taking Amazon returns. You don't need a box or a label. Start the return, and say you are using Kohl's drop-off option. It will give you a QR code that you will show to the person taking the return, and they will scan it. Simple as that. This is going to sound bizarre to people who already know about it, but you can use an antenna to get free TV channels. I only post this because apparently there are people out there that actually do not know this, since they have had cable TV all their lives. Some schools and universities have counseling graduate programs that need clients to practice with. You can get free counseling and the students get experience. Another option for counseling if you don't have a lot of money/insurance is looking for agencies that do sliding scale fees. It's counseling for a reduced price as long as you meet the income guidelines. No idea if anyone has mentioned, but Photopea is basically a free online Photoshop. DaVinci Resolve is a free editing software that is just as good as the ones you pay for, if not better. I'm looking at you, Sony Vegas. Hoopla. All you need is your library card number and you can access ebooks, TV shows, movies, and music. Sounds like a lot of. Do you need an icon for something? The nounproject.com is like stock photos but for icons. All free or pay what you will. This may be a little specific, but you can camp in your van, trailer, or RV for free. It's called boondocking. There are several websites that help you find a place. Most are private residences, but there's also websites that help you find places like wineries and breweries. You are expected to buy something at these. Must limit the stay to 2 or 3 days. Some have water, power, or even septic hookups. You may be expected to donate a small amount, $5/night or so, if you use these. You can also easily find free places to dump your tanks, and even to find free water refill areas. You could buy an inexpensive conversion van and see the entire country for the cost of gas, insurance, and food. If you don't have a shower, you can shower for around $10 in very nice facilities at truck stops. Showers are free if you buy at least 50 gallons of fuel at a Love's, and if you are traveling in an RV, that's easy to do. Or, join 24-hour Fitness or similar for $10 per month and use theirs. Also, many Walmarts, Cabela's, and Cracker Barrels allow one-night overnight stay, but have no hookups. You are also expected to buy something. Condoms. I hear so many people use the excuse of they're too expensive for unprotected sex. There are lots of schools, universities, pharmacies, or health clinics that will provide condoms free of charge. Check out your local county council's website and they will likely have a section on it. Telehealth phone lines that connect you to a nurse. Super helpful for new parents who freak out over every little thing. The nurse evaluates the situation and advises you on what to do. I think every Canadian province offers this. If you are trying to book a hotel room, call the franchise hash and make a courtesy hold. They don't need your card info, so if anything comes up last minute you can cancel without a cancellation fee. The only difference between the courtesy hold and the reservation is if you don't show by a certain time that day, like e.g. 4 p.m., then the room is available to whoever. Unlike a reservation where they hold the room no matter what time you arrive, e.g. after 5 p.m. Has saved me a few times. Discount Tire, aka America's Tire, will check and air up your tires for free no matter where you bought them. You can get free shipping boxes from USP's website. If you need a locksmith, can often call the non-emergency line of your local police department, and they'll send someone to unlock your car for free. A lot of them won't do this anymore, unfortunately. Always nice when they still do in areas. Khan Academy. Free transportation to prenatal visits for Medicaid patients. Many of my patients miss appointments because of transportation issues. Rural, poor, Midwest hospital, despite being eligible for literally free transportation. They call the number on the back of their Medicaid card at least 5 days in advance and they will drive you, round trip, for free. Almost none of my patients take advantage of this service. In California, the air and water pumps at gas stations are free to use. Also oftentimes, the shady gas stations will have coin-operated pumps. It's bullshit. Go to the clerk and request to turn on the air and water. They can do it remotely and are legally obligated to do it if you paid for gas. It became state law in 1999. Most of the time, the clerk will just do it even if you didn't pay for gas. If they don't, just tell them you'll do it afterwards or buy 1 cent of gas and stick it to them. For America, free dental days. Even where I live, there's 3 dental office branches that do one in May, June and September respectively. You don't need insurance. Some companies show up and say, hey, we can give you free insurance, and at the June 1 you can go for free produce from some people who grow their own just for showing up and saying you got dental work. And it's not just cleanings. Deep cleanings, water tool used to get into the gums a bit, fillings, extractions, x-rays and even an initial whitening. The only things they don't seem to do are root canals, braces, sealants and other things, but still, you don't need insurance to go to these offices. I just got one of my wisdom teeth out for free when it had cost me over $1,000. Look up if there are any free days at your dental offices. Auto parts stores will do free diagnostic checks when a warning light comes on in your vehicle. I believe most cities or counties will check your home for water leaks for free. I guess it's free as your taxes pays for those services, but at least you can use that service first instead of paying a plumber to do a check and charge $100 or something. Gas companies will come out and do free gas leak checks too, I believe. I believe the only thing faster than the speed of light is a gas company employee after you call and tell them you smell gas. People seem to forget how free and amazing libraries are. I was surprised how many people don't know that you don't have to necessarily buy a new item when it breaks. You have warranty for many of them and they can be replaced for free. And since this thread has lots of things from outside the US, many countries, at least Australia and New Zealand, others unspecified, have laws that require businesses to repair, replace, or refund after the warranty period, i.e. the warranty says whether the store gets their money back, it's irrelevant to the consumer. I live in NZ and many people don't know this is a thing, despite the media coverage of companies getting big fines for misleading people about it, probably why people don't know it's a thing. I had an Nexus 5X for 2 years, it one day stopped working. Got my money back, basically free phone for 2 years. I recently got a laptop replacement after 2 years because one day it wouldn't boot. Extended warranties are almost entirely pointless, but people still buy them for some reason. Hell, I've seen people denied coverage under their extended warranty but covered under the Consumer Guarantees Act. NZ legislation that covers this often involves some arguing, but if you're reasonable about expectations then you should always be able to get your way. When I talk about being reasonable, I mean if it's a $200 laptop that dies after 2 years, that was probably expected. Let it lie. If it's a $2,000 laptop that died after 2 years, then hell yes, get your free replacement. P.S. You should also never have to pay for any shipping or assessment fees. Free means free.